From President Xi's tour, NVIDIA has announced that it will produce AI servers worth up to $500 billion in the United States over the next 4 years. The chip giant has commissioned more than 1 million square feet of manufacturing space in Arizona and Texas as it prepares to produce supercomputers in the U.S. for the first time. And they are the latest tech firm to back President Trump's drive for local manufacturing. And for more on this, let's speak to Thomas Hayes, chairman of Great Hill Capital. He joins us from New York. Thomas, what do we make of this then? $500 billion committed to be spent in the United States for manufacturing from NVIDIA, a sign that Trump is getting what he wants when it comes to his tariffs and that the plan is working.
That's right. That's what he would say. And that's what he said yesterday. Quote, the higher the tariffs, the faster they come. You're seeing $500 billion from NVIDIA. You're seeing billions committed from Taiwan Semiconductor. You're seeing Intel develop fabs in the United States. So more and more production will be in the United States. There will be incentives to do so, either carrot or stick. So far, he's starting with the stick. We'll see if he gives the carrot at some point, but this is a positive development. It's going to create a lot of high-paying jobs, a lot of development and progress. This was the intended outcome, and they've put it under the framework of national security, tariffing or putting tariffs on the table for foreign chips so as to incentivize manufacturers to come to the U.S., because quite a few of our weaponry do have foreign chips in them, and they've deemed that that is not a good thing for national security or defense.
Yeah, interesting that they use the national security approach to it. Just get your thoughts then on the exemptions that we heard spoken about over the weekend. Is there more clarity on what that would be?
There's that. Day to day, it changes. It's like quicksand. But for now, it was positive news. The markets in the U.S. were up. You had the Apple phones, you have computers, electronics, TVs, all the electronic groups are going to be explored in coming weeks. But what the exemptions really show us, Steve, is that there is some level, albeit potentially small in the short term, of rationality and sensibility in terms of flexibility and listening and hearing out the different businesses, hearing out the different industries. And when it's completely egregious, being flexible enough to make the changes, to make the exemptions. I think we're going to see continued exemptions, and it's going to be a quid pro quo. We will give you exemption. You will create more jobs in the U.S., and we're going to see more and more of that prospectively.
Yeah, we've got about 20 seconds left. Your outlook for Q1 earnings for the tech sector, I'm just wondering if they won't tell us that much, and maybe the next quarter will be a bit more revealing.
Yeah, it's going to be dependent on CapEx spend. If they have confidence and they're going to continue the CapEx ramp, earnings have been decelerating from last year. So that CapEx crowds out their ability to buy back stocks, which impacts earnings per share. And that's why part of the reason you've seen tech down this year is due to decelerating earnings. Now, the second part of that has been the tariffs.
And we'll have to see how this continues to play out. Thomas, thanks so much. Thomas Hayes there, chairman of Great Hill Capital. And we're out of time here on Business Today. I'll see you.